Alright, so I figured I'd do this one. I saw it recently, and it kind of goes along with what my other lessons are. It's Zeppelin. Your time is going to come. I usually don't do Zeppelin songs because it's Zeppelin, but just follow me on this one. So, your time is going to come. Starts with a D chord. I finger pick. I'm only going to hit these 4 notes. You can use a pick, I guess, and do some things, but I'm going to show you where to accent some of the notes and get through the verse. So the verse is as such. The basic is a D. We're going to keep our ring finger on that 3rd fret of the D string and come over with our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. And we're going to drop that down to the 2nd fret of the A string, still with your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B. And then we're going to go back to a D and repeat that. That part is hammer on to the 2nd fret of the A, and then hammer on to the 3rd fret of the D string, and then let off and hammer on again. Now those are the basics. Now we're going to add some accents. When you're playing this first D string, or the D chord on the first part of the verse, you kind of want to end with a. That'd be just E string, B string, G, kind of a downward motion before you go into this. Then we're going to add a 3rd note, or different note here on the 3rd fret of the E. So follow me here. So, I don't know if you're picking or using your finger picking or using a pick, you can figure out the strum pattern. I'm just trying to get through the chords really quick. So, D chord for sure. This chord, don't even know what it is. But then with an adding, I usually will just lean my finger over for that 3rd fret on the E string here. I'll lean my ring finger over. And then obviously ring it maybe before you go to the next one. Alright, so after that, there's a little, I'm going to play it the easiest way I can do it, and then I'll show you kind of the more appropriate way. It's harder to play. So as we're finishing, and then your turn is going to come. Your time is going to come. But before we do that, let's go over this. Excuse me. So, the easiest way to play it is an open D, an open A, an open C, and an open G. Another way to play it is play a D up here, 5th fret on the E string and 7th fret on the B and G string. And then bar these 2 strings and the 3rd on the 5th fret, B and E, and then on the 6th fret, use your middle finger. So, I'm going to pull this, I'm going to pull that, and then go down 2 frets, play the same thing. That's probably more appropriate. But if you can hear, really this is almost like this, and then this is, and then so and that's a C, open C, and then G here is basically a G. So you can play that either way. Then your time is going to come part. You're going to start with a, your time is gonna come. What we're really trying to accomplish is, so we can accomplish that by playing a D chord, and for that note, we're going to lean over our finger and just play just two notes. We're only playing these bottom 4 strings for now. That's really a G if you want to play that, but stick with the bottom 4 strings for now. So D, this G, and then back to a D, and then to let off, you can even just leave your middle finger off, back to the D, back to this G thing. But I actually play it with D and this kind of G, and then a D, and then I take both fingers off, and then back to the D, like that. There's different ways to play that, but that's kind of the essence of that. So that's Your Time Is Gonna Come part, you know. Time is gonna come. Like I said, that's really a full G. And if you want to just play a standard G, you can. You don't have to put both these strings down. But I like to, my ring finger is down a lot on this song, so it's kind of fun to wrap around it and whatnot. So after the end of Your Time Is Gonna Come, then we're going to go to the drum part, kind of. Not drum. And we're going to incorporate an F chord there. That would be barring the first fret of the E and the B string, second fret on the G with your middle finger, and third fret on the D string. Now, really, all that is, so to do that hammer, it's really just like the verse. So a D, and then this chord, except for we're not hitting this third string, but that's what it's following, you know. We're not hitting that, or I mean this third fret anymore, but, and then instead of that, this note, if you notice, is in that F chord I just showed you. But we're skipping so that would be the timing on that. So if we're going to hammer it, we skip that part. So that's all that hammer part is the verse with the new chord, this F chord that I just showed you too. So then you go back to the verse again. Also, I don't know if I already told you, but I do like to finger pick, so I kind of like to hit this third fret, because my finger's down there anyway, just to add some sound instead of just the bass notes here. It's cool, but I don't know, find myself flicking the third fret of the B string. And it's mostly an organ-dominated song, so, you know, but that's basically it. That's all you need. So I hope that was useful. I just wanted to pass that along because I thought it was kind of along the lines of some of the other things I've done. And if you have watched some of my other videos, you're probably pretty proficient in that area. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a good one.